I got out with Brian Harder last week to ski the Koven Couloir on Mount Owen, a steep Teton descent not to be taken lightly. Twilight starts at about 4:30 these days, so an early start is a must. We motored up Glacier Gulch and onto the Teton Glacier, arriving below the couloir in about 2.5 hours. Switching to crampons, we started booting up the extremely icy lower Koven. We moved through the middle bench and continued into the steep upper section, with the Grand looming behind us. Brian gave way and allowed me to earn my turns higher up where it approaches 55 degrees. Looks like he's having some fun back there. I let Brian back in front to pull through the upper pitch where the snow got really slabby. After a small slab nearly had me tumbling down the couloir, Brian negotiates the upper cornice in style. After a quick transition we were ready to go, unsure of how we would deal with the remaining hang fire. I gave a few kicks to see if I could get more of the slab to release. We decided to enter the couloir from the skier's right, so our momentum would carry us out of the danger area. Dropping! Over the crown, onto some crusty snow. Moving to the skier's left, and finding some softer snow before positioning myself to let Harder come down, who negotiates the crown easily, before making cautious turns down the steepest section in the upper couloir, with variable snow conditions to say the least. Now it's my turn to ski the steeps. The snow was good through here, edgy, and I linked up some nice kung fu turns. As I got close to Brian, I felt bad for showering him with debris, but there was no way I was going to ski the crusty skier's right side of the line. Brian leapfrogged ahead, playing it safe and sidestepping down some very icy snow. But with the backdrop of the Grand Teton behind him, he found some soft stuff a little lower down. Cool visuals as debris followed us down the slope. Enjoying the turns through here. We had talked about investigating a couloir to the skier's left from the middle bench, allowing us to avoid the icy lower Koven. So after getting back in the sun, we decided to head left, scoring some nice turns on this ramp on the way. We continued left through some choppy debris. Eyeballing the exit couloir to the left, it looked really cool, but I wasn't sure if it would go. So we continued back to the west and the lower Koven, which was looking as heinous as ever. I milked some turns on the softer snow to the right. Eyeballing what I was in for. Dumping a few more vertical feet on the fin. Before committing into the couloir and the extremely icy and crusty snow in the shade. The sidestepping began. With some desperate whip-it maneuvers to boot. I did manage one turn though, before watching Harder suffer through the gnar as well. Conditions got even dicier down low, negotiating a steep double fall line, icy runnel. Whip it in hand for security, and a bit of spacewalk before employing the scissor method. After a little bit, I was out of the worst of it. But not before Brian got his fair share. Some semi-acceptable turns on more crusty snow brought us to great corn skiing down on the Teton Glacier as we headed over to the moraine. Quick glance back at the GT and ready to reap the harvest as we simul-skied down to Delta Lake. Though the skiing and snow conditions at times were rather marginal and dangerous, it was still a good day testing the skills.